You see, when people are getting married, on your wedding day, there will be a lot of razzmatazz. Before you get married, there will be a lot of activities, a lot of lovey-dovey. Those things are good. I mean, your wife is beautiful, your husband is handsome, your wife is drop-dead gorgeous, your husband is tall, dark, and handsome, is rich, all that stuff that we look for. Your wife is a hourglass woman, she's a trophy girl. All those things are good. But eventually you will discover after all the excitement must have worn out. And then everybody has calmed down now. 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, 1 year, 6 years, 2 years, 10 years into the marriage. What will be left of that relationship will not be the drop-dead gorgeous hourglass figure. What will be left of that marriage will be the values that parties are bringing into the marriage. That's when values will matter more than shapes. That's when values will matter more than money, more than resources, more than a good job or good car or education. All those things that we consider sometimes the parameters that we use in choosing who we want to spend the rest of our lives with. So that's why you have to pay attention to the value system of your potential partner while you are even considering the person, or even after you might have started dating. Because the moment you sign the dotted lines, you have signed that you are submitting to their values, they are submitting to your values, because you think you are operating on the presumption that your values are the same, or your values align with, they align one with another. So you have to be careful enough to do an examination of values before you sign the dotted lines. You have to examine their values, you have to examine your values, you have to ensure that your values are on all fours. If they're not on all fours, you have to ensure or ask yourself if there are possibilities of them coming on all fours at the end of the day. When it comes to value system, you both should be on the same page, because if you're not on the same page, you're going to have division in that family, and your children will be turned in different directions, because some will take after the value systems of the father and some will take after the value systems of the mother, and then there will be a lot of confusion and chaos. And that's why we have a lot of chaos in families today, and why a lot of families are actually dysfunctional. And we see a lot of children are dysfunctional because they were a product of dysfunctional families. And then what kind of family will come out of a dysfunctional child? It's going to be a dysfunctional family, all things being equal, if God doesn't step in to help that kind of a child. So we should understand that the next generation of families, they rest on us. They rest on the principles by which we are making our choices now. So it's important for us to speak to our values, to talk about these things, and to see how we can make the right choices.